We discussed in an earlier tutorial the use of identification procedures during the investigation stage of proceedings. I'd like to talk to you now about how evidence of identification is dealt with at trial. What is classed as identification evidence? Special guidelines apply when a witness gives evidence for the prosecution which visually identifies the defendant as the person who committed the offence and the defendant disputes that identification. There's always an enormous risk with identification evidence that the witness is honest and so convincing, yet mistaken, and that in turn can result in a miscarriage of justice. Identification evidence of strangers is the most problematic, but even in cases where the witness claims to recognise a suspect, the jury need to be reminded that mistakes can be made. In the case of Turnbull, the court laid down guidance for identification evidence. A witness is considered to have identified the defendant as the person who committed the offence in the following circumstances. A witness picks out the defendant informally, sometimes referred to as a street identification. The witness identifies the defendant at a formal identification procedure at the police station, or the witness claims to recognise the defendant as someone previously known to him. In all three sets of circumstances, the Turnbull guidelines apply.